Welcome back, guys. So let's all be on the same page. So I just want you all to go to this website over here. As you all can see, I have forked this thing. I just want you all to go to this website and you will find this file over here, this React file. So the only file that will have the code will be the index.html file, as you all can see over here. So it basically does not have anything. It only has a div. And I will create a script file. So this will have a script file attached to the index.js, which does not have anything at all over here. And basically the index.html file will look only like this thing. It won't have anything. And if you are working locally, I suggest you all delete all the things that you have that you do not have over here. Yeah. I just want you all to go ahead and if you are working locally, but I recommend you all not to do that because one, it will take a lot of time to set up if you do not have good specifications of your computer, and two, this thing is pretty much easy and you all can share your application to your friends and family. So yeah, as you all can see over here, we have the script attached to, we just have the HTML boilerplate. We have this title. Let's rename this to Sav's React app. So let's just go ahead and see this thing over here in the new window. I'm just minimizing this one because, or resizing this one because we have this very big window over here. It just does not make any sense to use this one, but we will be using this later on in the course. So as you all can see, this basically does not have this thing is only having a div which has an ID of root, and this thing has a script attached that is index.js. So now that's pretty much it. We do not have to touch this index.html file. All we have to do is to just work with this index.js file. So let's close this thing. We are not deleting it off. We are just closing it off. So as you all can see over here, we have dependencies. So as you all can see over here, we have dependencies. And if you have ever worked with Node.js, you would have noticed whenever we do npm install, whenever we do npm install, we have to write the package name and it will configure, and then we have to go ahead and create a variable of that type. Let us suppose if we are creating HTTPS, so we have to require that package that is called HTTP in that way. So if you have worked with Node.js, you will have noticed that. So similarly, we will go ahead and implement all the dependencies that we see over here. So let's write var react, let's put equal to, we will require, and we will write small react, because as you all can see, the name is this one, right? So now over here, this is React DOM, right? I'll create React capital DOM, and we will write equal to require, and over here we will write React dash DOM, write a semicolon over here, and let's just save it off, as you all can see over here. And now over here, we have to use this React DOM. Let's write React DOM, and all we have to do is just to use the dot render function, and this function will be used to display the contents of the website. So as you all can see, we do not have anything over here. This function will take two parameters. One is what to show, and what to show and where to show. So now we are having a lot of problems over here because this is just pseudocode. So let me just ignore that. So this is like if we want to show a h1 tag, so we have to write an h1 tag over here. And where do we want to show it? If we want to show it in the this thing div over here in this division, which has an ID of root, If we want to show over there, we have to write this thing over here. So let me just go ahead and write that. Let me remove this thing as well, and I will remove the comma. First thing is what to show. Let's show a h1 tag which says my name is Saif Khan. And where do I want to show it? I want to show it inside this root. So let's show this thing inside root. So in order to do that, we have to use plain vanilla script. All you have to do is to write document.get element.id root. So when I save that and refresh this thing, I will have this h1 tag over here. So similarly, I just want you all to go ahead and do a challenge. I just want you all to remove of everything and do everything from scratch, and instead of writing your name, write welcome to my website. So go ahead and do that now. So I suppose you have done that. All we have to do is to write var react, capital React, and this is just a name. You can name anything you want. So var react, and here we are supposed to require, we can require the react var react dom require react dom. Write a semicolon over here. Now this code is pretty much big, and I think it is just a lot of code over here. Now in order to avoid that, we can even use import react, anything you can name anything you want. Import react from react. So it is equal to the same thing that we did before. It is equal to creating a variable and assigning it. We are requiring this dependency over here. Now similarly, I will write import react dom from react dom. Let's write a semicolon. So as you all can see, this is showing a error over here because it is declared but it is never used. So let's use it. All we have to do is write react dom dot render to render the website, and write h1 tag. Where do I want to show it? I want to show it get element by id. I want to show it on the root div. So this thing is pretty much the same. We do not have to change anything at all from this thing. So every time you are supposed to show the whole contents of your website from this onto this division. So here I will write welcome to my website. Let's press save, and as you all can see, as soon as I press save, this thing automatically reloaded, and we have this cool website over here. So now I just want you all to go ahead and write unordered list below this thing. So I suppose you have done that. You might have gone and wrote something like OL and created this OL over here, and wrote few list over here, and wrote first one. So as you all can see, this thing is having an error over here. The reason that we are having this error is because we cannot render two elements inside this thing over here in the render parameter. So in order to fix this thing, we just have to wrap it up inside a division. So we can write a div. So basically we are creating a parent element and putting everything inside that. So when I do that, we have this list over here. Now I can copy paste this list again and again and again. Over here, and over here. Similarly, I can write something like second. So as you all can see, we can render this file over here. Now you might be wondering, how can we even use JavaScript and HTML together? So this is known as JSX. So this thing is pretty much doing some magic in this render function and implementing this JavaScript and putting, the HTML and putting it inside this inside this division. By using a JavaScript function, we are implementing HTML and JavaScript together. So that is called JSX. That is what Babel is, and this is what React uses. So this will basically help us to put HTML, HTML and CSS. I'm just writing this thing. CSS and JavaScript all together inside few files. So we do not have to create the whole CSS, and we do not have to implement Bootstrap. We do not have to do any of those things. So yeah. So this will basically minimize the code, and this will be a little bit more readable, as you all can see. And in the next lesson, I have a small challenge for you all. So head over there and see you all in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.